Good morning. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. Today I wanted to share a little bit about positive self-talk and why, and I've mentioned this before, positive self-talk and how important it is. But why in particular is when you hear different stories or you hear different perspectives on why it's so important and how it works, it's just so much more to reiterate to ourselves why and how. And we should repeat these things to ourselves, because if we're not doing positive self-talk, what are we doing and how are we doing in our day, in our life? And so there's a story about a young gymnast, a 17-year-old American that goes to the 1984 Summer Olympics. And she's in a battle for the all-round gold medal. And I think about this because I know people that are in gymnastics. I know friends that have their kids in gymnastics. And I think about this 17-year-old and how she's in this battle against this Romanian. And she has to get a 10 out of 10 on her last performance, on her last go at this Olympics. And I'm thinking about the 17-year-old and the pressure that she's under, and that she's standing there waiting, ready for her last event. And her friends and her family, and this is where the Olympics was in America, and she is from America, and she's going for gold. And what a 17-year-old might be thinking at that time, and what type of self-talk is she giving to herself? What is she saying? What is she doing? And I'm thinking, well, she could be looking at some of the other girls and be like, I'm so sure that girl from the other team has the same hairstyle as me today. She could be thinking crazy things like that, like, ew, look at that girl. It's called a hamburger. Maybe you should try one. Or she could be all sorts of things in her head. Or because she's focused and she's at the Olympics, she could be thinking about no stutter steps. I'm not going to stutter step on this one. Thinking about the things she shouldn't do. She could be thinking, well, what if my knee hurts? Because she had, previous to this, she had a knee surgery. And they were worried that it was going to impair her performance. What if my knee starts hurting? I guess a silver's not that bad. Maybe I'll just do the best and see what happens. Or what type of self-talk did she have? Or did she say, well, here goes nothing? No, that's not what happened with this girl. Because if you know a little bit about the Olympics in 1984, this is how it went down. She stood there focused and she was ready. And she said to herself, this is the one. Relax now. You got this. I'm going to nail this just like drill. Speed, power, explode, extend, rotate, plant. Need a 10? Got a 10. This one's for you, Mum. I am strong. I am amazing. When the pressure is on, that's when I do my best. You ready? Yep. Let's go. And then the rest is history. She stuck that performance. She got a 10 out of 10. She was the first American to get an all-round gold. She was the first female gymnast outside of Eastern Europe to win the all-round gold. And she did it right there live in front of her country with all the pressure on, having to get a 10 out of 10. That is how you have positive self-talk. Right, her coaches and herself did something right. They ingrained along, I'm sure, with the training that positive self-talk. Now, just because you said something doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? She went into that reactive mode. And she thought exactly what she was going to do. She said exactly how she was going to do it. Need a 10? Got a 10. You ready? Let's go. So this is just like what we are now. We have the world watching. How? Social media. We have the expectation of family, of friends, of our country, Or what are we going to do with ourselves? What are we going to be? And how do we respond to each day when we get up? Do you want a 10 out of 10 life? Do you want just a mediocre life? Or do you get up and complain like most people about how they feel, about what the weather's like, about how much they've got to do today, about what day it is? Or do you get up and you say, yes, it's Monday. Today is an amazing new gift. Incredible things are going to happen today. I am strong. I am amazing. When the pressure is on, maybe you've got a lot of pressure going on around you, whether it's family or work or whatever it might be in a business. Or when the pressure is on, that's when I do my best. You ready? Let's go. That's how we should be talking to ourselves in our head, not, oh man, I did this thing again and I knew I was going to do that and mess it up. Or, oh, I'm so stupid. When you mess something up and you say those things to yourself, you've got to change it. This is how I am looking at different stories of things like the Olympics that we saw, things like in our own lives, things like trials or things you've overcome. And you didn't do it by digging up all the bad thoughts. You did it because you have positive self-talk, and then you acted on it, and then you were persistent, and then you were dedicated, and then you were focused. So this is what I would love, is for everyone to finish this year strong with some positive self-talk. Think about the things that Mary Lou said. She was ready. This is the one. Why can't this day be the one? This is the one. Relax. Focus. I'm going to nail this, just like drill. Power, speed, explode, extend, plant. Rotate, plant. This one's for you, Mum. Need a 10? Got a 10. I am amazing. When the pressure is on, that's when I do my best. You ready? Let's go. So, have that positive self-talk in your head. Have that as much as you can. I know things aren't always amazing, so it is good, though, to flip that negative thought into a positive. I hope you have an incredible day, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll see ya.